Sprinkled with salt, smothered with toppings, or stuffed with cheese, the plain old pretzel gets a gourmet twist at the Malted Barley.
Our pretzels are unique. They've got incredible flavor. So our pretzels are fantastic.
Located on Westminster Street in downtown Providence, the Malted Barley is a laid-back 150-seat spot where the focus is on one of the food world's perfect pairings: craft beers and fresh-baked pretzels.
Our pretzels are soft pretzels. Our pretzels are light and fluffy on the inside with a slight crunch and crust on the outside. Everybody, I think, likes fresh bread right out of the oven, and that's what you get when you come to the Malted Barley. You get a freshly baked pretzel, comes right out of the oven, right to your table, and then you start pulling it apart, and then you take your first bite, and it's delicious.
Ron Kohler opened the Malted Barley about 8 years ago, creating a rustic space with lots of wood, some steampunk touches, and plenty of fun games. Behind the bar is a 37-line draft system pouring an ever-changing selection of domestic craft beers. And back in the kitchen is Chef Brian Convitt, rolling, twisting, and shaping each and every pretzel by hand.
We do pretzels through and through. That is our primary bread and butter, quite literally. It's nothing like you'd ever try in a ballpark. There's so much flavor and depth to our product that you're going to be telling all your friends about it.
Any visit to the Malted Barley should start with their classic salted pretzel, which really puts all other pretzels to shame.
It's gonna have a lot of that malted barley flavor. You're really looking for that nice, rich, dark color.
For a little extra flavor, there's the everything pretzel, coated with garlic, onion, and sesame seeds. Or this one, topped with bacon and melted cheddar.
It's a basic salted pretzel. We actually add the cheese, we add the bacon to the top of the pretzel before baking. So as it goes through the oven, it actually bakes the bacon and cheddar into the pretzel. So when it comes out, it's just a fantastic, delicious, gooey, salty pretzel.
Every pretzel comes with your choice of 14 different house-made dips and sauces, from the basics like beer cheese and brown mustard to pesto, marinara, and even apricot butter.
There's a lot of combinations, and a lot of people order more than one dip with their pretzel.
But to really take your experience to the next level, order one of the Malted Barley's stuffed pretzels, like mozzarella and tomato or jalapeno and cheddar.
The jalapeno cheddar pretzel is our top-selling stuffed pretzel by far. It also happens to be my favorite, and my favorite dip for that pretzel is our apricot butter. So you have the salt, you have the fat, you have the sweetness, it's all there.
And making these stuffed pretzels requires some serious skill.
We stuff those by hand, which is a very tedious, labor-intensive process because you have to make a perfect dough log, 18 inches long, then you smash it. You flatten it with a roller, and then you add what you're gonna put inside the pretzel, and then you have to pinch it closed by hand, and then twist the pretzel without breaking the dough open. So it takes a lot of technique and skill.
The Malted Barley offers more than just pretzels, but just about everything on the menu features pretzels in some form, from the pretzel croutons on the salads to the pretzel buns used to make the sandwiches, like the Cali chicken with house-made guac and the gloriously gooey grilled cheese.
We have 4 different types of cheese. We have an Asiago and Parmesan topping with a cheddar and Havarti filling. So when you pull it apart, you're really gonna get that pull. It is just a delicious combination.
And if a burger is what you're hungry for, look no further than the Barley Bacon Beast Burger.
We have a barley bacon beast burger on the menu, and our burger is fantastic. It's basically a half-pound patty that's 75% ground beef, 25% ground bacon in the patty, and we cook that off. We add more bacon, pepper jack cheese, tomato, lettuce, pickle, onion on a fresh baked pretzel roll. It's delicious. You've got to have a big appetite to finish it off. It's just a huge sandwich.
Pretzels even have a presence at dessert here, like the sugar and cinnamon pretzel that pairs perfectly with a chocolate chip cookie dough dip, the barley brownie sundae garnished with a mini pretzel, and the inventively delicious waffle pretzel with vanilla ice cream and Nutella.
The waffle pretzel is our regular pretzel that we actually soften up and press into a waffle iron. It actually crisps the edges of it, and you get that really crispy browning that's gonna make it almost taste exactly like a waffle, but you still get the hints of flavor from the pretzel.
It's funny because a lot of times we'll have a 4-top table, they'll order one for the table, and we always tell them it's not gonna be enough, and sure enough, usually they finish the first one off, and then they order 3 more.
And from dessert to a sandwich to a snack, there's simply not a better place to get a pretzel than the Malted Barley.
We have a very unique concept here. Our pretzels are very unique. We bring in a lot of unique beers, and it's just a unique experience in Providence.